Good morning. It is Monday, March 28th, 2022. I'm back here for Daily Shakeup number 509. And today we're talking about another shortcut. I call them communication shortcuts, often something we want to use or rely on when we're going to have what we might consider a difficult conversation, especially to get it started. If I've got an issue with you or issue with someone, it's sometimes challenging to get it started because I'm not sure what to say. How do I get their attention? How do I go into it? Do I go into the story? Often we jump into the story, the other person feels attacked, they get defensive, no listening, no conversation, no communication. So this is what I talked about one of these a couple of weeks ago. This is another conversation shortcut when you have a challenging situation. The one I want to talk about today is when we've got something has happened, someone's done something, said something, or maybe not done something that you hope they would do, and it has some impact on me. You might say, hey, it bothered me, but we're not going to use the word bothered because bothered brings up defensiveness. If I say, hey, the other day when you did this, that bothered me, that's easy to get defensive about. So we're going to have some shared language. Hopefully we're going to agree upon it ahead of time amongst ourselves and maybe even our entire team. But here's how the conversation changes. So let's assume that I've got some issue with something that Anna, we'll call her Anna, did, said, didn't say, whatever. Here's how the conversation goes. And notice how simple and brief it is. Anna, are you open to an impact conversation? Notice the first part of it. Are you open? Also notice I'm asking permission to see if Anna's open, because when Anna says yes, hopefully, she is inviting the conversation versus being resistant to it. So I'm saying, are you open? It's also a sign of respect to say, are you open? Notice the focus on an impact conversation. So we've agreed ahead of time what an impact conversation is. Something's going on. It had an impact on me, and I want to talk to you about it. But I don't need all those words. Some of the words will come as I get into what exactly happened. So let's continue. So I say, Anna, are you open to an impact conversation? Anna hopefully says yes. And then I say this as my opening. When you, talking to Anna, when you did this, said this, didn't say this, whatever it is, not the whole story, the briefest point possible. When you did that, the impact on me was fill in the blank. I felt unheard. I felt not respected. I felt undervalued. Notice it's talking about the impact on me and how I felt. And frankly, if it's Anna really can't argue with the impact because I'm the one that had the impact. Now we can talk about what our intent was, but leadership is about taking ownership of our impact, intended or unintended. So it's a really brief script. Are you open to an impact conversation? Hopefully a yes. And when you, whatever, the impact on me was, and I felt. So I'm talking about me less than what the other person did. I'm not suggesting it's intentional, but I am saying you had an impact on me. And hopefully Anna's growing in her leadership, that she's taking ownership of that impact, intended or unintended. Once again, simple tool, simple agreement we can have ahead of time. We can say within our team that this is what we're going to call it and invite everyone to be open to it. But the simple tool will pay big dividends in enhancing your communication, creating more safety for these sometimes challenging conversations, and moving everyone forward in our relationships. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.